How you doing, boss?
I'm doing great, Maurice. Good to have you.
Yeah, me too.
Today is not going to be business as usual, brother.
Yes, Hi guys, how you doing? It's Naija Mouthpiece and welcome. Today we are going to be on the run, or should I rather say on the road. So get set. It's something different. It's something you are not used to, but we have something special.
It is quite special, brother, because we are coming to meet somebody who is trying to make something out of something, trying to make something different out of where we never envisaged as a community.
Okay, so we're not sitting down. We're going to be on the walk. So walk with us, guys.
Yes, so like I said, brother, you know, a whole lot of Nigerians are really doing pretty well in Canada, you know.
I know. Yeah. And, we really don't know what's going on inside there.
Yeah.
But we know that Festhomes Incorporation are the ones that are making this possible. And I think our viewers will be interested in knowing a little about Festhomes Incorporation.
You know, Festhomes Incorporated is somebody who is doing something out of the norm. Because a lot of people coming into Canada and it looks like we follow the stereotyped way of life. But Festus, for me, has chosen something different. This is quite a money spinning business, but Nigerians are not looking in that direction because you know, most of our people want to come in and become managing directors of a company. We want to become nurses, we want to become doctors, but we never know that property business is where the money is.
Okay, guys, so I want to believe, like Philip said, a lot of Nigerians are not looking into this direction. After this interview, I'm sure you'll be looking into this direction. Let's go see what's going on inside.
Exactly. Let's go in and see what is happening inside.
Hello. Whoa.
Wow. So you see, over time we've been going into people's comfort zone. But today, we are at a place where the thing is really happening.
Yeah.
This is a construction site,
and
for you as a Nigerian to make your way into this kind of territory here in Canada, it takes more than extraordinary, you know. Yeah. Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Yeah. What's your name? My name is Phillips.
Nice to meet you, Phillips.
And my friend's name is Morris. Yeah, thank you so much. We're here to see Festus. Yes.
Festus is for the back.
Oh, thank you so much. So we'll make our way to the back and see him. Thank you so much. Yeah. So we should meet him at the back. Let's go see what is happening at the back.
Oh wow, a lot is really going on here.
It's really going on here. This man is really doing well for himself, Maurice.
Yeah. And this looks big.
It looks big, you know. He's doing well for himself.
Mr. Festus.
Oh. Finally we meet the CEO.
Mr. Festus, how you doing?
The giant.
How's it been? How's your day going?
Good. Same. We're doing the same thing every day. It's the same routine.
Yeah.
We're already used to it.
Doing the same thing and making different money.
Different money. That's the language. That's the language.
Okay. So guys, like we told you, today is not going to be business as usual. You're going to be watching us move around, see different stuff, see what Mr. Festus is doing. But before we do that, we'll just quickly have a quick conversation with Mr. Festus. So, Mr. Festus, tell us why construction?
Right from the onset, I'm a kind of person that like working with my hands, and I'm not a kind of person that sits in front of the screen and wait for one boss to ask me for a report at 10 a.m. So that's why I dabbled into construction. Started from nothing, didn't know anything, then from there grabbed some stuff, gained so much experience, and here we are today.
Oh, so when you said didn't know anything, so you were not doing this from back home before you came here? You don't know how to join woods together? You don't know how to make anything happen?
Like I said, from back home I had like interest in using my hands. I used to do little stuff, like we used to join wires and do small things back home, but nobody had an idea that this is where we're going to end up being. But like, I love working with my hands, like I said before, and I don't just like sitting in one place with the computers. That's why I'm in this field.
Wow. So, like many Nigerians who come into this kind of environment, they don't want to work because seeing you alone, it looks like, oh, this man is looking unkept. But from the look, we know that unkept money is coming in.
Yeah.
Kept money is coming in. So why did you look away from the normal territory where Nigerians will always want to tap from?
Yeah. In this modern age, I usually tell people it's not about it's more or less of passion, because most people will say, okay, go for what you like, your passion, but also you have to look at what's going on in the environment. Where can I tap my resources from? And you just focus on that area. And that's why I looked around and I'm like, okay, this is the area I'm going to focus on, and we keep grinding there.
So what does this business entails? Because it looks to me like something that is synonymous to certain people, and it's not. If I want to, it's not the regular job.
What do they call it? The bobcat.
Bobcat. So you got a bobcat here. You go. When we were walking in, we saw a couple of
machines that we don't know about, that we don't understand. You need to learn how to slice the floor, like you can see. So tell us about it.
Tell us about it. What does it entail? The training and all of that.
There's nothing much actually. It's just two things: physical and mental. I mean mental because you have to be intelligent, because this job requires some level of intelligence. Because if you're not intellectual enough, you won't be able to like know how to do this, how to do that. Sometimes you don't even know what to do. You just have to sit and think, and the idea comes, then you execute. So the physical aspect is where you start doing heavy lifting, all those moving of controlling all these machines and moving your materials and installing stuff, because sometimes it tells on the body, but once you get used to it, it's okay.
Okay guys, so two things. If you want to go into construction, is it construction or pre-construction?
No, it's construction.
It's construction.
Don't go there.
So if you want to go into construction, rule number one, you have to be mentally alert, and rule number two, you need to be physically fit. So that means the job is not for someone like me, because if I lift 20 kg, I will need help.
By the way, I know there's let me do a proper introduction of what he does.
Okay.
He is into home renovation and home remodeling. For instance, if you have your finished home and you have an unfinished basement, he will turn your unfinished basement to a finished basement. And if you have a home that you've lived for a couple of years and you need a retouch, you want to rebrand the home, he's going to rebrand it and make it better than the way it was when it was newly built.
Oh wow.
So he's somebody that is big. That's why I said he's tapping the untapped territory for our own people, that is Nigerians.
Yeah.
Because we don't have many Nigerians that are into the same thing he is doing.
And we have a lot of houses in Canada that has been built like hundreds, 150 years ago.
That means a couple of facelifts, right?
Yeah, so the good news is that we have someone that can now make your house look good. Not that when rain is falling, it will be beating them in the basement.
In auto business, they call it pimp your ride. So this is pimp your house.
Yeah,
oh wow.
The house behind us is 110 years old.
110 years old. Wow.
And you're going to turn it to become something that looks like brand new, right? Modern house.
Yeah, while we were coming, we went inside first, and we see a lot is going on, and we asked those guys that actually told us that you are at the back. So I quickly want to ask, because I saw them doing some stuff. Do you know how to do what they are doing, or you are just the boss that says do this and do that?
Yes, I can do what they're doing. What they're doing is called taping and modding. It's the stage where the house start looking like a house, because they
taping and modding.
Yes. Some people also call it plastering. So, but the normal name is taping, the tape, and the mod.
So if you are watching us, your house needs taping and modding. Okay.
So there's, in every construction site, there's always a process. So the first process, before a house becomes a house that is livable, there are different processes it has to undergo. There's the framing stage. That's where you align your wood, you put your wood together, you frame it, That's the framing stage. And then there's a drywall stage.
Sorry, I'll quickly cut in. The framing stage, is it after the foundation?
Yeah,
or there's no foundation?
I'm talking about after the foundation. So let me start again from the beginning. So if you have a rear land, a bare land, nothing is there. You do your foundation first. You do your concrete foundation. You bring it up. The first thing, framing. You have to frame the outside walls first. Frame the inside wall. Then after framing is done, framing is just taking 2 woods, 2x4, arranging them according to the specification of where you're building, because each location has different specification. You have to follow their Ontario rules, and so you can be in accordance to their permits, because each location has different ways of framing, different ways of how they do their construction. So after the framing is done properly, then you go into the stage of where you do insulation.
I think you should keep some of this secret, because some of our viewers are just going to build their house by themselves.
Anyway, having said that, we came in here and we saw, I'm not trying to use the racial language, we saw white guys working with you.
Yes.
But then, you're a Nigerian. How come, what is it about the Nigerians? Is it that our people are not developing interest like you did into this kind of field?
Okay, so talking about that, in this field we are in, there's very less people in this field, especially the black people, not only even Nigerians.
Oh, yeah.
When we were talking about black people in general, the only black people you see in this business are the Jamaicans. The Jamaicans have really studied the ground, and they've pushed themselves. Most of them do this, but not all of them. But when we're talking about Nigerians, there's at least 1% of Nigerians that does this. Yes, because
so we have a long way to go.
There's a long way, because the Nigerians see this kind of job as it's a dirty job. They don't want to stain their clothes. They want to look fine, or they want to just sit in front of a screen and make whatever they're making. So the idea of us, because I don't blame them too, because right from Nigeria, if they call you a painter, it's like an abuse. But over here, painter is making cool money than some office workers, because you paint 5 houses in a home, you can make a lot of money. So that's the way I see why Nigerians are not really in this sector or this business.
Thank you very much, Maurice. I know you have lots of questions, but I want to quickly ask him one question, because a lot of people are watching us as we speak, and I know that there are so many of them out there that they got a lot of money, they want to invest in this kind of business. How open are you to investors?
I'm open to investors, and there are different ways you can invest. Because this is like an open way where everybody brings idea and we make money together, and this is a sector that has different branch. So we're not just heading into one direction or be like, oh, you can bring 500,000, you can make 10%. No, it's a very good investment platform for people that think future wise, like in a long-term investment, and you want to reap a lot. So investors can come. We just have to sit down and let's see how we can work with your money and maximize the profit on ground.
Okay, so I quickly want to ask, because there are people out there that have their houses and there are a lot of things that needs to be done, but right now they do not have the financial capability. Is there a plan for people that wants to renovate but do not have the money to do that?
Okay, that's a very good question, and I was also thinking of that like recently. Yeah, because I've received so much calls from people that want to do renovation, but when you send them a quote, they're like, what's going on? So soon we're gonna develop a plan, or we'll call it like a finance, where they can finance the whole total package with a little interest, and they can pay like monthly. So we're working towards that, and we'll get there soon.
Okay, so pretty soon we'll be able to renovate your house for for financing.
Yes.
Through financing.
Through financing, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, yeah, no. Every business comes with challenges.
Yeah.
What are the challenges you've encountered, or that you're still encountering running this business, doing this job?
There are lots of challenges, a lot actually. One of the challenges I think is the major one is not being able to split myself.
Yeah. Which means there is a lot of demand. Demand now is bigger than supply, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you know, most times the best way to do things is to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So
that your brand will not fail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is the major challenges I'm facing now, or challenge I'm facing now, because if I'm able to split myself, I can say Mr. A go to that place, Mr. B go to this place, but that has been a very difficult challenge I've not been able to solve. But I'm also coming with a solution, which is I'm trying to impart knowledge into other people, teach them what I know, so they can do it the exact way I want and how I want it to look. So that's the solution for my challenges.
That's great. That's great. Now, having said that, we have a growing community in the Nigerian community in Canada, and as much as I know, lately there is this influx of people from back home coming into Canada, and a lot of people here already too that are still trying to find their feet. What do you think your company, your big company, can do to change their life, to mentor them and make them become what they want to become?
Are you employing people and people come to you?
Currently, we're also working towards that, because I've received a lot of calls from newly immigrants from Nigeria, because then I ask them one question: are you skilled? Then they are like, no. So impacting or teaching somebody that is not skilled is a little bit difficult, because right now, if you were on a site and you're not skilled enough, you can't just be standing and be looking, because there's time and there's money and there's tax to be done. So what I usually tell people is, if you're a new immigrant and you're interested in a construction firm, you can come, learn, and you get like a small token at the end of the week just for the learning. Because like myself, I started from nowhere, and I learned. I worked for 6 months free of charge just to learn.
So how were you paying your bills?
I was doing Uber, DoorDash after construction work.
Wow, that's a powerful one. I think it will still be nice for us to look around. Let's show the people out there some other stuff.
High time we'll go on a short break. Then when we're back, then we can move in to do the look around. So he can show us around, tell people what most of the things we have in there, what they do and what they represent.
Another time of the year. Ekimogun Association of Canada is inviting all sons and daughters of Ondo in Canada and around the world. Their 2023 Ekimogun Day and 30 years anniversary comes up on 2nd of September 2023 at the Runa Banquet Hall, 30 Gordon Mackay Road, Toronto, Canada. It is with great honor that we are inviting you to join in a success story at this year Ekimogun Day 2023, holding on September 2nd. For inquiries, contact our social Social Secretary, Mr. Dikbo Olapade, on +1 416 986 0009, and the Assistant Social Secretary, Chief Ebenezer Akinagbe, the Barber of Ondo Kingdom, on +1 416 568 7758. Ekimogun Association of Canada, love and kindness to all.
Welcome back, guys. It's been a wonderful time and a wonderful learning process with Festus, and he has been dishing out a lot of information, a lot of secrets, and if you've not learned anything, do not forget that he said you must be physically fit and mentally alert to do this job. And we also discussed about the things that you need to buy so you can start your own.
But please don't go buy any equipment when you're not ready yet. Okay. You need to be ready before you buy equipment, so you don't buy them and keep them in your living room. They're meant to be at the site, you know.
Yeah. So we promised you earlier that when we come back, we'll be going to show you some stuff that he's doing inside. So I think it's high time, guys. Follow us. Let's go see. So Mr. Festus, after I buy my hammer and nail, what else am I supposed to buy again?
You're not supposed to buy hammer and nail first. the first thing you're getting is, first you must have safety boots.
Oh, yes. Rule number one, safety boots.
Yes. Once you have your safety boots,
So, Festus, you said to us, this house is how many years old?
This house is about 110 years old.
Wow.
110 years old?
Yes.
And aside the fact that it's going through renovation, it doesn't look the age. So what exactly is happening here that is not happening back home, that one could see a house that is over 100 years old still standing and looking good? Can you tell us?
One of the major things is proper infrastructure.
Okay.
Yes. The way things are built in Nigeria, they want quantity over quality. So if I'm building a house that wants to be sustainable and last long, you have to put more materials there. But back home in Nigeria, when the contractor is working, they will short one cement, sell it or make money from that, but all those things here doesn't happen because they follow, like I said, they follow the code and procedure of each region where they are going to be constructing.
Okay, Festus, I just have one question, because looking around I see all woods. Is it that you guys don't use cement, you don't use block and all of that to make all this?
Over here, like I said, every region has their specification, and mostly here in Canada, even in North America, you rarely see someone use cement inside the house. But there's cement concrete, cement in the basement, cement around the perimeters of the basement. But inside the framing, like I said earlier, we use wood. One, to keep space, to maximize our space. and it's also for the weather purpose, because if you use cement here, once it's winter, it gets cold.
Oh, okay. Because I actually wanted to jump into the disadvantage.
Yes.
Because coming from the angle of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with cement, it's always more like cement is a repellent when it comes to fire. But for a wood would attract fire.
Yeah.
But you just said the reason why they chose wood over cement is because of the weather.
Winter.
Yeah, and for the fire too, there are many precautions you take to repel fire, because even though we are using wood, there are special dry walls that can withstand fire for about an hour before it gets burnt.
Okay, the last thing I want to ask you, because I've been looking around and I'm trying to put feet into what you're building here. So I am not seeing the kitchen. I know there's a room here and there's a room here, and I think this looks like a washroom.
Yes.
But I am not seeing a kitchen, or is one of those rooms a kitchen or something?
No. So according to the plan of this house, there's a bedroom one.
Okay, there's a bedroom.
There's another bedroom there.
Okay.
And this is your 3-piece washroom.
Okay.
And there's a living room here, and the space over here is your kitchen, where you'll be having all your kitchen activities going.
Oh, this is a kitchen right here.
Yes, this is a kitchen.
Oh, wow.
This is an entrance, and the other side is a kitchen.
It's a kitchen. Yes.
Okay, and this is a living room.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very technical.
This renovation business, buying off-market houses, putting them back to standard and resell, is more of, for me, I think it's more of an Italian business. How are you as a Nigerian able to cope with because we know how it is in Canada. Some businesses are synonymous to particular set of community.
Yeah.
You as a Nigerian, how are you able to cope in this business?
It's over here. It's pretty easy because they have a mentality of welcoming hands, and once you know what you are doing, they will always support you.
Wow.
And the business is not just for a particular person. Anybody can jump into it and make good use of it. Once you have like a certain goal, and the reason and the main purpose of you going into it is to maximize the profit and take whatever is yours and use it wisely.
Okay. Who did you learn from?
Also, while learning, I learned from the Russians. Yes, I learned from the Russians, learn myself. Sometimes I'm there doing research, watch a lot of videos, read some books about construction, and that's how you gain more knowledge.
Finally, from my own side, because this is one of the things that matter to us as a brand, Naija Mouthpiece, we ask our guests if at any time we receive calls from newly migrated Nigerians that they need to speak with somebody like you to put them through so that they can understudy you, what would you want us to say to them, please?
I'm a very open person, and I welcome new people with open hands, and I accommodate a lot of people that want to impact more stuff into their life and build a career. So Festus Homes, we welcome everybody, both new, old, investors, and those people are willing to learn, and we will greatly accommodate everybody. And I want to appreciate the viewers, and those are future people that are going to be contacting us, and a big shout out to Naija Mouthpiece for this great platform to showcase the hidden talent from all over Canada. Thank you very much.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wonderful one with Festus Homes right here, and I have learned mental capacity and physically fit, even though I'm not. But I've learned those two things to do this work. Thank you so much for allowing us into your abode, and we hope that next time when we see you, it's going to be bigger and better. And one more time, viewers at home, thank you so much.
Again, we want to appreciate our viewers back home. It's never a dull moment with Naija Mouthpiece. We look forward to having you again, and we appreciate your time. We always supply you with the best, and we'll wow you as you get to know that Nigerians are really doing great in their chosen endeavors. Thank you.